Got a lot of work to do. Just got to Ohio. Brad just got down, and Brad brought a bunch of goodies. Got a mini hurricane. This is going to be a new bait for this year, probably. He's already put some fish in the boat down here for me. I only have one, so he brought a couple more down. And then we got some new pit bulls from Team Rhino Outdoors. That's also been putting some fish in the boat for me. I'm glad to get 2 new ones. We got a shallow now. We'll get this boat cleaned up and get on the water. Well, just got out, modeling around, see if the fish are in the same places that they were last time I was here, which was about 2 weeks ago. But we've had a lot of hot weather leading up to when I was here 2 weeks ago, and then since then it's been raining and overcast. So we'll see if the fish are there. Now we're back to really hot, sunny. Just gonna look around, see if I can mark a few on side imaging before we start fishing. If I don't, we're just gonna start fishing, same places that they were. I've already seen probably 4 or 5 and 2 lazy follows. Marking them on side imaging. They're kind of where they were earlier, but I kind of figured with this heat, at least back home in West Virginia, they kind of did the same thing last 2 days. Seeing a lot of fish in your normal spots as far as like 10 to 12 foot flats. But there are a few out in the open water. They're starting to pull out to the open. You get this really hot sun like this, the fish just like to go out there and suspend, and they usually don't bite very good, honestly. See if we can get them to bite. There we go. Nice. First cast on the new spot, pit bull. I thought it was one on side imaging, and I just did like a little half a cast out there, roll cast like I always do. Woo. All right, let's get the muskie bumper wet. Oh, that thing stinks. Woo! It's been a good season so far. Bump board is nasty and stinky, as always. And there, make sure your hinges are nice and flat. Little pit bull from Team Rhino Outdoors and Muskie Innovations. It's a new size, a bulldog, and I am loving it. And so far, the fish are too. There you go. Pit bull. It's a little bit bigger than a regular bulldog, a little bit smaller than a mag dog. It's got a little bit more weight than either one should have, which in theory, and is what is happening, is it makes it hop a lot more. And what's really, really cool about this bait is it goes left to right if you work it on the right slack line. And really this one, this is my second one, and this one seems to run a lot easier. You don't need the slack nearly as much, and it's running left to right a lot. So it'll go left, right, down, right, left. It's not a consistent left and right, which I like because that's too consistent. I like something a little bit crazier, so it's going left, right, up, down. Super, super, super cool bait. But you can get those at Team Rhino Outdoors, the pit bull. All I have is white right now. I'm waiting on new colors, which are coming, but white's working. Can't beat white. But we'll get this fish out and see how long she is and get back after it. But like I said, that left to right is really cool. And that fish, hopefully the camera got it, because when I popped it up, the bulldog went to the right and she just came like this and just T-boned the thing. Super, super cool. Super cool to get a first one. Let's get her out. Good fish to start the day on. I wasn't too enthused about being out here in this heat, but the fish are still eating. So it's only third spot of the day. Nice mean one. Oh yeah. Sweet fish. It's a pretty one. Awesome. Welcome back to Mayhem's 10,000 casts. Let's get her straightened out a little bit. There we go. Let's get on the bump and get another one. Okay. That's what's nice about 7-degree water temps. They're fired up. 40 and a half. Nice 40-incher to start. That one wanted that bulldog. Awesome. Let's get a few more. I've seen some really nice ones down this bank here. That was my first cast on this spot. Oh, that carpet's hot. You're free to go, honey.
Season 4, Mayhem's 10,000 cast. Got a good friend of mine with us, Nate Lahman, down with us for the first time out of state, so that's kind of cool. Our game plan was to use blades. Chase was just tearing it up as he was guiding down here the last couple weeks on the 10-9 for Muskie Mayhem tackle. But that whole bite seems like it's kind of ended with the massive change in water temp. The water temp has really climbed up, and unfortunately, we might have to go explore some different bodies of water as this water keeps warming up and warming up. It's amazing how fast it actually developed the way it has. So, the blade bite kind of looks like it might have shut down a little bit, which is not uncommon for this time of the year when you have that type of heat rise in the water temps. So, stay tuned. We might have to hit some more bodies of water throughout the state just to check out different things. See if some of those other bodies are a little bit cooler. If they are, the blade bite might happen. Well, we got one. You ready? Yep. All right. Fine dog it is. Sweet. Number 2 for the day. Season 4 is kicking off pretty good. 2 fish in the bag already. Dying dog with the win there. Super cool. Every time I come down here, Chase is like, maybe try a dying dog. Gets the job done every time. Sweet. Another one in the bag. Not a big one, but it's always good to get the first one for the year out of the way. So we got that done already. Hopefully we can find some bigger fish. And Chase, your pliers need a little work. Maybe put some sunscreen on them or something to lube them up, because they're pretty bad. Must have been wet a lot this year already. Can't even open them or close them.
I know, they're bad.
Can't even close them.
I know. You gotta be a man.
I guess so. All right, fish. Yeah, it wasn't gonna get off, I can tell you that one. Oof. I know what to get you for Christmas, I can tell you that much. All right, we're unpinned. Everything's slippery. It's so hot, it's African hot out here. And that line is wrapped around her. Nice little fish. Good way to start off my season, my first muskie for 2024. Good times. Thanks, Chase. Love it down here. Get her back. See you later. Well, Chase, I lost a mag bondy for you earlier today. No tail on this dying dog. Probably owe you one of them too. And I don't think we can get this one because Brad Rue does an outstanding job during the show season with show customs. If I remember right, that's what this was.
20 years of mayhem. Still built right here in the USA. Creating and making history one bait at a time. Catching personal bests in boats season after season. Find Muskie Mayhem Tackle at any fine retailer or go direct at muskiemayhemtackle.com. Let the mayhem begin. Muskie Bumper, a solid measuring platform for your catch. Constructed with strong plastic that floats and stainless steel hardware for years of use. Check us out at fishbumper.com. We measure your success.
The one thing I've noticed here in Ohio in the spring, in all southern reservoirs, you typically look for pockets and coves for like pre-spawn. So like a lot of this Ohio stuff, I've only been fishing here for like 3 years now, and it's usually in the beginning of June is when I come over here because our water temp gets a little too hot in West Virginia. So I come over here and it's usually a little bit cooler. So what I did in May when I came over, I hadn't been here yet, but I came over and guided for a couple days, and we found a lot of fish. We had a 6-fish day on 10-9s actually, and all I did was look for shallow pockets, shallow flats on the main lake, shallow points, and just threw bucktails on them. They were eating 10-9s, and actually a nutbuster spinnerbait actually caught a couple fish too. But anyways, so now fast forward, it's only like a week and a half later, but on a normal year, this is like another month. So if you look like behind me here, we're in a little bit of a pocket and we're actually casting the middle. So most guys would come in here and they'd cast to the bank. Well, what I've noticed when the water starts getting warm into that 70 to 75 range, they start pulling off the bank, and like a lot of these Ohio pockets are only like 10 feet deep. Like they're really, really shallow, gradual coming up. And these fish will pull off the bank where they were a week and a half ago when the water temps were like 65, 68. They'll pull off and they'll just suspend or lay on the bottom in the middle of the pocket. And like 8 to 12 feet of water is a perfect depth to throw a dying dog with a weight on it, or like this pit bull runs perfect because you're running about 8 feet. So we're just kind of going to hit a couple of these pockets. We've had a little bit of a struggle finding some fish because I really wanted to catch them on the bucktails like I was a week and a half ago, because 95% of them were figure 8 fish. So that was really, really fun, and I enjoyed doing that. So we tried doing that, but we're not going to beat a dead horse too long, so we're changing it up. Just pulled in here. Brad got one, and I think I've marked 2 or 3 more. So they're in here, they're eating, so we're going to keep after it here, and we'll run a couple more pockets. And like I said, I'm not fishing the bank, we're fishing right in the middle of the pocket. I put my boat to one side and cast clean across the whole thing. And we're going to keep after it though. We're marking some fish.
Casted one in there and bringing it in, and it whacked it. Couldn't get any hooks in it though. That's tough, but that's fishing. We'll keep going after them and see if we can get some more.
Well, we're coming into the evening period. Fish are getting more negative, which is not what you would think. This has been a pretty weird year in guiding and whatnot. Last week, 2 weeks. Right at dark really hasn't been that good. That's usually like my favorite time. It's been right in the middle of the day when it's as hot as it gets, and then it just kind of shuts off. But we're in another cove here, casting the middle, not really seeing too much. We had one bite on a quad dog off a laydown, and then we hit another pocket and had another one eat the quad dog. On these tough days like this, when they're not really chomping, and we've had a great day, but they're not super fired up. We've seen a lot more fish than what we've caught and hooked. But on those tougher days, it seems a lot of times that they just nip baits. The teeth marks look different, but we're not didn't get them in the bag, so they didn't really swallow it like we wanted them to. And now they're kind of shutting down on us. So we're going to hit a couple more little places I got here and see what we can get done here. But most likely, we'll catch you tomorrow, and we're going to a different lake, a little cooler water temps, a lot more weeds, which is going to be fun. Kind of what I wanted to fish here. The water temps are a little bit too warm for that. So we will catch you tomorrow.
What 3 words do you always hear in a boat when catching muskies?
Again, Team Rhino.
Team Rhino collar.
Team Rhino Outdoors.
Team Rhino Outdoors.
Team Rhino Outdoors.
Little pit bull from Team Rhino Outdoors.
Team Rhino Outdoors.
Said Team Rhino custom collar.
Team Rhino Outdoors.
Team Rhino custom collar.
Another Team Rhino color. Man, I'll tell you what, Team Rhino makes some awesome custom colors.
Order your custom baits and muskie equipment now from TeamRhinoOutdoors.com.
Mayhem Ventures Inc. has you protected when it comes to snow, sand, and wind structural fencing products, providing residential, commercial, and Department of Transportation options for superior property and roadway protection. Mayhem Ventures at www.magveninc.com for your project needs.
Well, it's day 2, back on the road, early morning. Gonna have to drive about an hour and a half to go to some northern bodies of water. Check those out. Hopefully they're a lot cooler. You know, those water temps yesterday were encroaching, you know, that magic 80 degrees. So 77, 78 degrees, and as calm as it is, and as much sun as we're getting right now, things look like it might get dangerously hot. So we're making the move. We're looking for cooler water and hopefully some more muskies.
Got out on the lake, first spot and started casting, and right off the bat we had one come up, but turned off early, so she wasn't ready to eat yet. We'll keep at it. And
like Slim said, we're on a new lake, and it's a lake that I've fished before, and I honestly haven't been here since, I think it was the first episode of season 2 of Mayhem 1000 Casts. I'm assuming they're in the weeds. We just pulled up a random point I haven't fished yet, but I remembered seeing some weeds here, and as soon as I started seeing some weeds on the side imaging, I looked down, and I keep my live scope pointed forward like you guys know, and seen a fish coming in behind Slim, told him there's one coming, and she just kind of turned off from the boat. But really good sign. We've literally been out for like 5 minutes. Water temps are definitely cooler, like 4 to 5 degrees cooler than what they were yesterday, so that's really, really good. We got a little bit of breeze too, so we're not going to sweat as bad. Yesterday was pretty brutal.
Nice. Good job.
Got
Good
it.
work. All right. Finally. I'll be honest, man. It's been a rough day so far. I mean, we've seen a bunch of fish, but they have just not wanted to cooperate. Stuck to it. Came back to a spot where we seen some fish earlier. About 3-4 hours later. One in the bag. Again, dying dog. So Slim's on the board. Let's take a look at her.
Well, that's why you throw a dying dog. Raised quite a few fish on tails. I had one eat a tail, he had one eat a tail. Bucktail, that is. And I don't know, they've just been super lazy here recently. Marking them, not really raising them or anything now, but we're still marking them on side imaging. And I had Slim put a dying dog on. So all you guys know, I like dying dogs. And the reason I like dying dogs is because when they're not eating most things, they will smash a dying dog. And like that fish had that bait caked down like that. They don't come off. Most of the time they don't come off. The only issue is you go through a lot of tails. So Brad Rue, I need another tail for my crappie one. I've caught a lot of fish on this one. This is actually my second one. The first one only lasted about a year, and all the paint's gone. It's still catching fish, but I got a new one, and now this one's lost a tail. But as you can see, tons of teeth marks on that thing. But I'd find a tail in here. If not, we'll just get another dying dog like we did yesterday. But let's get this fish out. Hopefully we're on a little bit of window. This is right where we seen the fish earlier. We came right back in, and we got one to smoke a dying dog, so hopefully they're going. Nice fat fish.
yeah,
Super pretty fish. But we actually, he had one eat a trigger right here earlier, so maybe this is his trigger fish.
came back for round 2.
Yeah, came back for round 2. All right, let's get her back so we can get some more.
Perfect. Let's get some more fish in the bag. Keep going.
Well, guess what? We got another crappie. I guess I'll let that one get chewed up too. It's kind of a love-hate thing with rubber baits. Let's put that one back in there. Here you go, boss.
Trigger gets it done now. Now she wants to play and fight. All right. Slim got hung up on the cleat, didn't you?
I got hung up on the cleat with a net. And
That's all right. That was cool. Not a big fish, but blades went to work for us. The Trigger just put this thing on probably 10 casts ago. Chartreuse Fury, Team Rhino. Got a fish hooked up. Pretty cool figure 8 bite. Let's go find another one. Okay.
Woo! No! Oh God!
Almost lost
We
another.
got her hog tied, boy.
My rod's in there.
It's okay. She ain't going nowhere. It's like they turned on or something. Really crazy. 10-9. Well, there's another one on the Summerfest, 10-9. Like I said earlier, 10-9s have been absolutely killing it in my boat this year. Me and my clients, mainly my clients, because I haven't been able to fish very much. So it feels good to get a good figure 8 bite and absolutely break that thing's neck back into the fish. So that's something you want to always keep in mind, especially on a bucktail, really everything, but especially on a bucktail. If they come up and eat that bucktail like this, you want to set back into the fish, right? Try to get that hook right in the corner of the mouth. But let's get this one out. But like I said, that was a Team Rhino custom Summerfest 10-9. Nice fat fish, all about the same year class. A little better than I thought. Awesome, awesome fish. Can't complain when they're eating bucktails boat side, burning. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let's get her back. Here she goes. Well, I think we finally figured out a really good pattern. I don't think we're doing anything wrong all day. It's just that they weren't eating. Kind of getting a little bit cooler out. Still really hot. Sun poisoning to myself is kind of going away, I think. So I'm feeling a little bit better. Especially now I just caught a fish. I feel a lot better. But let's get back at it. They're munching. I gotta go.
Well, I think this is the last cast for day 2. Pretty decent day. Again, super, super hot. Seems like these fish just kind of shut down late afternoon, early evening. We got about 2 hours before dark, and I think we're just going to wrap it up for the day and get out here tomorrow early. We have weather coming tomorrow, so that should be our friend, that's for sure. We'll see what takes place. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, day 3 is starting out kind of gloomy. We got that rain that we were talking about. It wasn't supposed to be here till this afternoon, but here we are. I gotta go cover some cameras before we even get on the water. It's not looking real promising. Tons and tons of storms, and the radar isn't very good, so we'll see what takes place.
Well, it's day 3. The last 2 days were extremely hot. Today we got really good overcast. But we'll get Slim in the boat here and gonna go hit our next spot. Try a different end of the lake for a little bit this morning.
Not bad for the first 10 minutes. New bait by Muskie Mayhem Tackle. It's in Summerfest for Team Rhino Outdoors. Mini Hurricane. Threw it a little bit the last couple days, but man, they just want that speed. And got it going in the figure 8. Sped it up. She ate it, but she just barely nipped it, so kind of a tough one. We'll get back out there and see if we can't find some more.
Well, we got one on. Just took a suic off I've been raising some fish on and put a mag double dog on. They're acting a little goofy. The mag double dog is a good option. Like I was saying, mag double dog's a good option when they're acting a little goofy. They're wanting to follow. Like a mag dog, I think just goes a little too fast, and a double dog will give you a little bit more hang. But literally first cast, like 3 pops in, felt weight, set the hook, thought I had weeds for just a little second. Turned out as a fish. It's a good one. When you get her unhooked though, she's high on the rim. Well, like I said, we've been raising a lot of fish. Brad had the one fish eat a mini hurricane, but they kind of shut down on us. But we got a really, really big storm coming right now. It's coming quick, and it's getting them a little bit fired up. I just caught this fish on this bait. It's a Magnum double dog. I believe it's a show collar from last year. Great bait when they're wanting to follow and not quite commit. A double dog is. But let's get this fish out of the bag, and we'll probably catch you next week because this storm's coming. Nice thick fish. Nice little tub. We're not getting really big fish, but I'll tell you what, it has been such a crazy last 2 days of weather. Super hot. Today we got thunderstorms coming in, but well, I think we're gonna get this one back and probably hit one more spot and then get out of here. We'll catch you guys next week. Let's get her back.